tragedy. It's an absolute tragedy.
Another tragedy in Robstown after a 14-year-old boy died in a shooting. Tonight, what we know so far and why police say it's connected with another shooting that happened just days ago. Plus, searching for solutions, how one coastal Bend city is looking for water as we continue to navigate our ongoing drought. Chris 6 News at 5 starts now. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez. We lead things off with new details in a shooting that left a Robstown teen dead. Police Chief Mike Tamez tells us multiple people were involved in the death of 14-year-old Sean Sanchez. The teen was shot multiple times at the Figueroa Apartments on Ruben Chavez Road. Chief Tamez confirmed to Chris 6 this incident is connected to Sunday's shooting that left a 16-year-old hurt.
Yes, so friendships and family. There's a nexus between friendships, family for the victim and one for the offender that are all involved in this deal.
Investigators believe this may have all stemmed from money. Robstown Police Chief Mike Tamez will give an update on the investigation into both shootings tonight at 7. We'll update you online and on the air. Meanwhile, the 16-year-old boy who was shot early Sunday is still in the hospital. Robstown Police Chief Mike Tamez tells us he's stable now. The suspect in that shooting, 17-year-old Salvador Ismael Hernandez, is in the Nueces County Jail. According to an arrest affidavit, Hernandez told detectives that he met with the victim to return a gun. Hernandez claims the 16-year-old pulled a gun and pointed it at his head. He told detectives he shot the victim because he feared for his life. Hernandez is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
I'm Stephanie Molina, your neighborhood news reporter in Robstown. The Robstown Young Futures multi-purpose building is aiming to inspire kids and teens to continue learning. I'm taking an inside look at the facility and the hope it's bringing to its community. Applause and excitement filled the morning as a ribbon cutting took place for Young Futures, a new community hub built to lift up local kids and families.
So we're going to provide tutoring. As you can see behind me, we're going to provide literacy, increasing the literacy rate. We're going to go back to AR reading and less on the screens and more onto the dreams.
Founder Edward Borchard says the mission is simple: give kids the tools and safe space they need to become the adults of tomorrow. The facility will have 3 phases. The main multi-purpose building.
This area serves as a rec room. It's not completed yet.
The gym.
You can see the basketball rims, and we're going to have volleyball. As you can see, it's lined up for volleyball.
And the field.
You can kind of see the field of dreams that will include soccer, will include 7-on-7, boys and girls.
Young Futures will also serve as a Robstown emergency warming and cooling center when needed. Local nonprofit Esperanza de Texas is also partnering on a Second Hope's Closet in Nueces County, offering free clothing and essentials to families in need.
This facility provides a safe environment for the kids to have fun and enjoy, to learn.
It's a community investment, part classroom, part playground, part safety net, all aimed at helping Robstown's next generation thrive. Officials tell me the grand opening is set sometime after the new year. In Robstown, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Stephanie Molina, Chris 6 News.
All right, Steph, thanks. Over the past few weeks, the city of Portland has started discussions about potential alternative water sources. This includes seeking independence from the city of Corpus Christi when it comes to water. Now, during an October workshop, both Mayor Kathy Scarrow and City Manager Randy Wright say that the time is of the essence. Neighborhood News reporter Adam Beam caught up with Wright to see what progress has been made thus far.
We spend a lot of our time looking over the horizon, planning over the horizon, and we want to make sure that we have water for our citizens for the next 25 years, 50 years, 75 years.
During that workshop, the city looked at several potential solutions. Those ideas included reserving water from a large desalination plant proposed for Harbor Island, as well as developing its own brackish groundwater desalination projects. Officials stress that no final decision has been made. Well, back across the bay, Corpus Christi City Council made an important decision on the city's future regarding desalination last night, just weeks after City Council voted to end the city's contract with the first group working on the project. Council has approved a new memorandum of understanding with desal partners. This allows the city to get a new price for the project. An official yes or no vote on the project is still months away. Well, now with all that water talk, the question remains if we will be getting any rain this week. For that, let's turn things over to meteorologist Stephanie Lauber for when we can potentially see those drops of agua.
Something, a little bit, right?
Yeah.
A few chispas would be appreciated this morning. That only came out in the form of some fog across the coastal bend. So let's take the bird's eye view over all of our neighborhoods. Here we go. The clouds this morning, they were rolling on thick. And a good deal of dense fog out there. It wasn't a peerless view for many commutes, but it was dense at times this morning. And throughout the afternoon, those clouds have sort of faded away a bit as we lose daylight. We also have trouble seeing them on this satellite. But here is ground truth, the view from the First Community Bank camera. This one sits atop the USS Lexington in North Beach and gives us that view to the west. And you can see what looks like it wants to be a little bit of shower activity way out to the west. We'll get a check on the radar. But even if you do not see rain today, tomorrow, we are going to see little bits accumulating over the next couple of days, and there are a few days that are more likely to have more broad coverage. I'll break down what the latest is with our ever-changing weatherscape in just a bit.
A federal judge has temporarily blocked some public schools in the state from displaying the Ten Commandments. Republican Governor Greg Abbott signed the law back in June, but a number of families challenged it, arguing the law violates the First Amendment's Establishment Clause. This restraining order is temporary, and further court proceedings will determine the law's fate. And Governor Greg Abbott has also declared a Muslim advocacy group as a terrorist organization. Abbott says the Council on American Islamic Relations, also known as CAIR, has direct ties to Hamas, which has been designated as a terrorist group by the United States government. Now, Abbott says he is authorizing the Attorney General to shut down the group and stop them from buying land in the state. CAIR says Abbott doesn't have the authority to make this designation. Well, Texas is bracing for a spike in ACA costs next year, but one local startup is offering an affordable solution. The Affordable Care Act premiums in Texas are expected to jump by nearly 35% on average in 2026. Enhanced federal tax credits that help make coverage more affordable are set to expire December 31st, meaning many Texans could suddenly pay for the full cost of insurance. Texas already has the highest uninsured rate in the country, and here in Nueces County, that number sits at 18%. That's where Dr. Renee Dua and her team come in with $10 telehealth.
You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to make an appointment. You don't have to use your insurance. This is a provider who is readily available to you at $10.
The service offers health care from your phone or computer for just $10 a year and $10 per appointment with no copay or deductible. They will have all the information about the service on our website, christv.com. A special holiday festival is coming up this weekend. We'll share those details with you when we come back.
You're watching KRIS 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Welcome back. The Kingdom Heirs Foundation and Harvest Tabernacle are teaming up this Saturday for their Thanksgiving festival. More than 300 turkeys, along with $500 Visa gift cards, will be given out to help families in need this holiday season. Home Depot is supplying a gas grill to cook burgers and hot dogs for neighbors. At the event, now there will also be a bounce house and face painting for kids.
The importance is to reach out and understand that people are suffering right now. SNAP benefits have been shut down for over a month, right? And so we know there's a hunger, but it's not only a physical hunger, there's a spiritual hunger as well in our communities.
The event will be at 3 p.m. at 3101 McCardle Road. And just a reminder, folks, Thomas J. Henry's turkey giveaway has one day left, and that means one more morning of alternate traffic patterns on Shoreline here in Corpus Christi. Street closures are in place along Shoreline from Buford Street all the way down to Cooper's Alley. This will begin at 6:30 in the morning, and access to all businesses in the area will be maintained through Water Street. Well, now that's some traffic. Let's go ahead and turn it over to Stephanie Laubert to see if there's any issues on the road. Stephanie?
This is the ride home time, so this is when folks can expect things to be picking up. Let's take a look outside and show you how things are going on SPID. We've got the gloomy skies, we've got plenty of cars out there, but we are moving, and that's the important part for the ride home. We'll take you to the maps now and show you where the busiest spots are. Of course, we tend to see the brake lights as we head down 37 and approach the Crosstown interchange, where you take the new bridge, head to Crosstown Bayfront, so folks trying to figure that out. Nothing too busy. If you're heading into downtown on the Crosstown, there's some stop and go around Horn, so keep that in mind if you're planning to take that exit. And if you're coming at that SPID Crosstown interchange there, a little stop and go, nothing out of the ordinary for this time. Saratoga is looking good too, but the usual suspects, Staples, actually going to be pretty busy starting back at Everhart, carrying all the way down to Saratoga, so be patient. As you head out, make sure you stay safe and you drive safe. Stick around, I got more details on our rainfall next. All right, so far we haven't seen this view yet. We'd love to, it's not here yet. And while we are expecting events like this, it may take some time to see it arrive in your neighborhood. This one's going to be a little tough to pin down, but stay on top of the forecast. This is all made complicated because a cold front that we were very excited to see move through the coastal bend is kind of gonna fall apart on our doorstep. So that's why the forecast is so complicated. But one place where we really have confidence that a lot of water is gonna be falling, and unfortunately in a short amount of time, is up toward the hill country. We've got a huge swath of the heart of the Lone Star that is under flood watches that begin tonight and will go through Friday morning at 6 a.m. So this is not the coastal bend. Why am I showing you this? This pertains to the coastal bend because these couple of counties right here, that is the northern extent of the Nueces River watershed. That is where we source some of the water that makes its way down the streams into Choke Canyon, Lake Corpus Christi. Now, it's not going to make a huge jump in our lake levels, but it could help at least move the needle in the right direction and chip away at a lot of the drought that way. Plus, we have a holiday coming up. It's a short time away. If you're going to be doing some traveling maybe this weekend up to San Antonio, maybe out toward Laredo, you need to know about this because it is going to be a bit messy for that commute if you plan to make that trip. But we'll keep an eye on the Thanksgiving travel plans here as we get closer to the weekend and into next week, of course. What's going on right now? When are we going to see rain here across Corpus Christi, Portland, Rockport, Kingsville? You might want to know. Well, let's look back at today for some clues. We had those gloomy clouds. We had a lot of fog this morning. Our Coastal Bend weather watchers caught plenty of pics of that. We'll show you some of them coming up tonight at 6, but we still had very hot temperatures that were feeling even muggier because there's a lot of water in the air around us. We just need to tap into it and make some rain. So what is the holdup? Well, that's what we're missing. We're missing someone to turn on the faucet. We were hoping that it would be that cold front, and in a way it will be, but it's gotten messy. Right now, we're looking at still very humid conditions, hanging out in the 80s, and we're feeling several degrees warmer than that, especially for the inland neighborhoods that are in those warmer 80s, feeling like the 90s. That will come down as we head past sunset. We haven't had a whole lot of sunshine today, but it's still contributed a lot to the warmth, as well as that wind that brings in the moisture from the Gulf, southeast winds. So we're looking at dew points that, again, put us in that oppressive humidity category. This will maintain through the next couple of days, and that's why the rain chances are there. We just need the trigger for it, but it manifested in some pretty dense fog, especially for inland communities this morning. I think a little bit of a breeze could help to keep that from being too problematic for tomorrow morning's commute, but it's a good rule of thumb. If you've been giving yourself some extra time, or if you found that fog this morning to be problematic, give yourself some extra time to make it safe to work tomorrow morning. This won't last too long. After sunset, it will be clearing up. But taking a look at the big weather picture, our front, sad excuse of it, is shown here. It is going to be kind of moving forward toward the coastal bend as we head through tonight and triggering some storms out in central parts of the Lone Star State. And this may bring us some rain. As storms develop there by tomorrow morning, we may see a few of those isolated showers rolling by, and then could be a stormy night for us as we go from Thursday into Friday. We still need to iron out a few details before we stick to one model or another, but stay on top of the forecast. You can get the latest ChrisTV.com. But good news, we still have many opportunities for rainfall.
Everyone's included. That message at 10th Annual Extra Special Field Day in George West. Neighborhood News reporter Melissa Trevino was out taking with parents And students about how this event brings the community together. Special needs students took to the track at George West ISD. They ran races and played games designed for them. For the Ricardo Moreno III, the 10th annual Extra Special Field Day was a day without restrictions for his Enrique. This is the first year Enrique participates. He says seeing an event built just for kids like his means more than he expected.
And I think we need to have more activities for special needs kids. They're just like regular children. We don't treat our son any different from our other kids.
The Extra Special Field Day is a student-led and has grown tremendously since it first started in 2015. And it started with 60 students. Now there's more than 600 participants. Aside from those games, there was also sensory activities, superheroes, and even Santa Claus and also Mrs. Claus.
This line behind me started forming as the sun came up, and it wasn't for a sale or a show. I'm Alexis Scott telling you how one Corpus Christi dentist is giving back in a major way.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
You've probably never seen this many people standing outside of a dentist's office. I'm Alexis Scott, your Bay Area neighborhood news reporter, and dental work can be really expensive, and some health plans may not cover it. So one local dentist made an offer these folks couldn't refuse. Going to the dentist can be a nightmare. Not only for the patient, but also their pockets. Dr. Badia Yassin at Family Dentistry knows how hard it can be to get proper dental care and at an affordable price. On average, a tooth extraction can cost $300, and that's on the least expensive side. And for 8 years, neighbors have lined up outside her office to receive free tooth extractions.
I live on Social Security, can't really afford a dentist, so that's why I'm here to have a tooth pulled. I think it's an absolute blessing to the community.
And on Wednesday, the line kept going and going and going. Some people waiting in line since 6 a.m. Others who didn't want to be on camera told me they spent the night in their car in the parking lot.
I've been around since about 6 a.m. had teeth pain, and I needed to see the dentist, and it was free. And with us being minorities, we don't get that a lot. Like, we don't get the education of, hey, this resource is available for y'all.
I'm told by office staff this year's line has doubled. Some even brought a chair and cracked open a word search book until it was their turn.
I said I was bringing me a chair because I'm not going to stand for hours. A family member had problems with his tooth, and in the process, I was having trouble with my wisdom tooth, and I'm going to see if I can get it pulled too.
Dr. Yassin's son, Ronnie, is also a dentist. He tells me the idea came from his grandmother, whose mission was always to serve her community. In a way, he says this is his family's way of continuing her legacy by helping others.
You know, we see a lot of need, and, you know, dental care is, you know, pretty expensive. So this is just like a small way that we can kind of, you know, give back to the community.
In case you missed Wednesday's event, the team here at Family Dentistry offers free tooth extractions every year to the community. Near the Bay Area, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Alexis Scott, Chris 6 News.
Alexis, thank you. Well, you can already buy just about anything on Amazon, right? But now used cars are being added to that list. We'll share those details next.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Well, Amazon is now in the business of helping you find a new ride. The company is partnering with Ford to start selling used cars on their platform. Customers can browse certified used vehicles from local dealerships on Amazon Autos and complete the purchasing process online. The only thing you need to do is to pick up that car in person. Now, since there is no delivery service, the service kicks off in 3 major cities: LA, Seattle, and Dallas. And it's time to get those letters to Santa in the mail, because this week marked the start of the U.S. Postal Service's annual letter adoption. Operation Santa gives children and families the opportunity to write letters to Santa. People can then adopt a letter from a child to make sure those holiday wishes are fulfilled this year. You can choose to adopt a family as a team to ensure requests from the same household are met. very cool thing to do that. Very sweet little thing if you want to do that. So
something to look forward to in the holiday spirit. But something that would get us in the holiday spirit is if we can get some cooler weather, right?
Yes.
Well, it looks like we might get the rain first. It's not a whole lot for us here. We're talking fractions of an inch over the next couple of days for most neighborhoods, but this is the moneymaker here. Look at this. Rainfall in the northern extent of the watershed, it would really do us a whole lot of good. Even if it's not for us, the watershed, it reflects in our water supply. But cooler temperatures, that could be here in time for Thanksgiving. Too early to tell. We'll keep an eye on it.
All right, fingers crossed. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you here at 6 o'clock.
Bye.